welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking about 6 factors that can affect your menstrual cycle. So if you have been wondering why there have been some irregularities in your menstrual cycle, I will advise you to exercise a little bit of patience and watch this video to the end. So the first factor I'll be talking about today that can affect your menstrual cycle is stress. What is stress? Stress is your body's way of responding to any kind of threat or demand. And those factors that cause stress are known as stressors. And these stressors can be either positive, like planning for a wedding for example, or negative, like having a rocky relationship. So how do these stressors affect your menstrual cycle? What they do is they suppress a part of your brain called the hypothalamus, whose function is to regulate hormones that are being produced by a gland called the pituitary gland. So once stress affects the functioning of these hormones, it can alter your menstrual cycle. They can cause you to experience a loss of ovulation or late and missed periods. The second factor I'll be talking about is exercise. Exercising and maintaining a healthy weight is good, but too much exercise can really have intense effects on your menstrual cycle. This is so because too much exercise tends to deprive the body of the energy it needs to run its day-to-day activities. And once your immune system sees your body deprived of energy, what it does is it tries to grab that energy from non-essential or non-vital systems like the reproductive system, for example. Trust me, your system doesn't see the reproductive system as vital for its survival. That's why too much exercise can really cause you to experience missed or delayed periods. And the most common cause of missed period due to too much exercise is called amenorrhea. Amenorrhea is cessation or absence of menstruation, and this is most common with female athletes. The third factor I'll be talking about is health conditions. Health is your wealth, and definitely it can affect your menstrual cycle, especially when you're not feeling that good. Health conditions that can affect your menstrual cycle, for example, are the pelvic inflammatory disease, or commonly known as PID. This happens when your reproductive organs are being infected by bacteria, which is gotten from sexually transmitted infections like gonorrhea or chlamydia. So what this bacteria does is it grows up from the vagina to the reproductive organs, especially when it has been left untreated for a long period of time. So this can affect the ovaries, the fallopian tubes, or the uterus. And what it does is it causes scarring in these organs, and this can compromise the functions of these organs. So the most common symptoms of pelvic inflammatory disease are irregular periods, pelvic pain, and fever. So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, I would advise you to seek medical attention. And another health condition that can cause you to experience some changes in your menstrual cycle is uterine fibroids. These are non-cancerous growths that can occur in or out of your menstrual cycle. They tend to cause people to experience heavier menstrual flows or periods that are longer than 7 days, because typically your menstruation should last between 2 to 7 days. But those with uterine fibroids tend to experience periods that are longer than 7 days. The fourth factor we'll be talking about is dieting. What you eat matters a lot and can really affect your menstrual cycle. I know a lot of ladies out there where they put on weight, they tend to feel so uncomfortable. And what they try to do is they try to lose that weight as soon as possible. But this can really have a toll on your menstrual cycle, because what you girls don't do is you engage yourselves in diets that are low in carbohydrates or have no carbohydrates at all. And you should know that those hormones that are responsible for your menstrual cycle are very sensitive to your calorie intake. And research has shown that diets that are low in carbohydrates tend to affect your menstrual cycle a lot, because this causes your immune system to produce hormones called cortisol, which are also known as stress hormones. So this can really affect your menstrual cycle and cause you to experience delayed and missed periods. The fifth factor I'll be talking about is medications. Prescribed or non-prescribed medications can really affect your menstrual cycle. Let's take aspirin for example. Aspirin is being considered a blood thinner or an antiplatelet medication. What it does is it dissolves all blood clots and causes you to experience heavier menstrual flows. But ibuprofen, on the other hand, can cause you to experience lighter flows. Why do I say this? I know a lot of girls who just can't stand their menstrual flows or menstrual cramps tend to rush to the nearby medicine store or pharmacy and grab ibuprofen. They just prescribe themselves ibuprofen for the entire menstrual period. But what you should know is ibuprofen is considered a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. And what it does is it reduces the production of a chemical called prostaglandin, whose function is to cause uterine contractions and shedding of the uterus. So once ibuprofen is being consumed, it reduces the production of this prostaglandin, and so the shedding and contraction of your uterus is being reduced. So this will cause you to experience lighter flows. Factor 6, changes in your schedule. What do I mean by changes in your schedule? Your hormones are adapted to how you walk. When you walk, this can really go a long way to affect your menstrual cycle if you suddenly change the way you used to do your things before. So, for example, a nurse who used to work day shifts but later was transferred to a unit where she's required to run night shifts can really have some changes in her hormones, and it might take some time for her system to be adapted to these new routines, and this can cause her to experience some delays or missed periods. Or maybe you are the type that never used to exercise before, and all of a sudden you engage yourself in intense marathon exercises. This can really cause you to experience some delays or missed periods. Okay guys, we have come to the end of this episode, and please comment below and tell me what you think, and please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. This has been Boris the Midwife. See you on my next video.